How many of you would love to be a millionaire? Think about it. Pink elephants, golden toilets, fast cars, luxurious homes. What a dream. But do you think millionaires just earn this stuff overnight? No, we are going to learn how to budget like a millionaire. If you had $100, what would you do with it? Share it, save it, invest it, or spend it? Most of you would probably spend your money. In fact, your generation spends a lot of money every year. We need to learn how we should use our money, and we need to do this by budgeting. So, what is a budget? Many of you probably spend your money before you actually know how much you have. The secret many millionaires keep is that they know how much money that they start out with so that they know how much money they can share, save, invest, or spend. That's what a budget helps you with. A budget is the ultimate tool because it is a plan for your money. What do you think I mean when I say that money is a limited resource? Let's say I give you $100 and you spend it at the store. When you go home, will you still have $100? No, because money is limited. Once you spend it, it's gone. Millionaires understand that once you spend that $100, it's not going to magically appear back in your wallet. Why do you think it's so hard to budget? Great answers. There are a lot of different reasons why budgeting can be difficult. Your generation is filled with challenges when it comes to money. 32% of you feel budgeting is for adults only. Another 42% of you are just not interested in budgeting. 87% of you just don't know how to budget. However, 82% of you think that budgeting is a skill you should learn starting in kindergarten. So when it comes to budgeting, how do you think we can overcome these challenges? Awesome! Thinking about needs versus wants and our goals lesson. What do you think influences the way we budget? Let's say you want to buy a brand new sports car. Although payments may seem affordable, why could this not be in our budget? Budgeting is all about income and expenses. What is income and what are expenses? Great. Income is the money that you have coming in, and expenses is the money that you have going out. Are there different forms of income and expenses? Yes. There are many different kinds of income and expenses. Let's talk some more about income. Where do most of you earn income? Many of you may get income from holidays, allowance, birthdays, or chores. Now let's go back to expenses. There are different types of expenses. We are going to talk about 3 of them: fixed, variable, and periodic. Now, fixed bills look like this. It's strong, it's stable, it doesn't move. For variable bills, they look more like this. They're together, but they're changing. And periodic bills look like this. They're crazy and all over the place. Now, let's do them together. Fixed, variable, and periodic. Let's do them again. Fixed, variable, and periodic. Okay, Now, a fixed expense is an expense that you have every month and always stays the same. Now, let's think of some examples of fixed bills. Good. Rent, insurance, or a phone bill can all be fixed bills. A variable expense is an expense that is every month but does not always cost the same. Now think of some examples of variable bills. Nice job! Groceries, electric, and water bills are all variable. Now, a periodic expense is an expense that only comes up every once in a while. Now think of some examples of periodic bills. Wonderful. Doctor visits, emergencies, or birthday presents are all examples of periodic expenses. Now let's say them all together one last time. Fixed, variable, and periodic. Identifying the type of expense will help you get started with your budget. It's easier than you think. You just have to keep a millionaire's mindset. The money that you have coming in should always be more than the money you have going out, so that your total money you have is never in the negative. Let's break it down. When will most of you start earning some real income on a regular basis? For most of you, it'll be when you first begin working a job. Your first check will be much smaller than you think. For example, if you were paid $10 an hour and you work 10 hours, you should be paid $100, right? But when you get your check from your work, you only got $90. Why? Let's watch a video to see why you do not get all of the money you think you are getting.
Leo?
Yo.
Hard to get good help, isn't it? Son, your mother asked me to come up here and kill you.
Hey, I know.
You know what?
What you gonna say? And it's under control. So,
No problem. Right. How do you expect to get into college with grades like this?
No problem.
Huh?
See, I'm not going to college.
Damn right.
I am gonna get through high school and then get a job like regular people.
Regular people?
Yeah, you know, who work in the gas station, drive a bus, something like that.
So what you're saying is your mother and I shouldn't care if you get D's because you don't need good grades to be regular people.
Right.
Okay. Oh. You graduate from high school. Let's say you just slide by. All right. Now you got to find a job. Now, what kind of salary do you expect for a regular person?
$250 a week.
$250 a week?
Yeah.
Sit down. I'm going to give you $300 a week. Yes, indeed. $300 a week, $1,200 a month. All right?
Great, I'll take it.
Yes, you will. And I will take $350 for taxes.
Whoa.
Huh? Yeah. Now, because, see, the government comes for the regular people first. Now, how much does that leave you with?
$850.
All right. Now, you've got to have an apartment because you are not going to live here. So, an apartment in Manhattan will run you at least $400 a month.
I'll live in New Jersey.
All right. You live in New Jersey, you've got to have a car.
I ride a motorbike.
You need a helmet. Figure 100 a month for clothes and shoes.
Figure 200. I want to look good.
Okay, so what does that leave you with?
$200. So, no problem.
There is a problem. You haven't eaten yet.
I can get by on bologna and cereal. So, I got everything I need, plus $200 left for the month.
You plan to have a girlfriend?
For sure.
Regular people.
While this is funny, in reality, Uncle Sam, or the U.S. government, is responsible for your cut in pay. We must pay taxes when we are working. There are two kinds of income we're going to talk about: gross income and net income. Take a moment to talk about what you think the difference is between the two. Great. Now, gross income doesn't mean income you get that is covered in slime and goo. Gross income is the money you have before you're taxed, and net income is the money you're left with after taxes. Well, how does this work? Think of Uncle Sam or the U.S. government as that uncle that visits you when you get paid, and with him, he brings 3 large buckets. The first bucket is for federal income tax. They use this tax for our schools, homes, and roadways. The second bucket is for Social Security tax. This helps people who need money for their basic needs, such as food, clothes, and shelter. And the third bucket is for Medicare. This helps our elders' health expenses. Now, sometimes Uncle Sam brings his brother along with him. We'll call this state income tax, and he collects his share from you too, depending on what state you live in. So, when you are making a budget when you have a job, you have to always remember to use your net income, your income after taxes. When it comes to budgeting, the very first thing you should do before anything else is pay yourself first. Everyone repeat after me. PYF stands for pay yourself first. So, what do you think it means to pay yourself first, and why is it so important? When you pay yourself first, you are setting your money aside for your short, intermediate, and long-term goals or for emergencies. Let's take a look at a sample budget to see how to budget for your needs, wants, and goals. Here we used 1 month as our time frame. Remember that it is always important to decide on a time frame. Next, Jessica listed her income and expenses. Notice that her expenses are categorized as fixed, variable, or periodic. How much income did she earn in month 1 and in month 2? And what were her expenses in month 1 and in month 2? Jessica budgeted well for her fixed and variable expenses, but did she have any money left over for her periodic expenses? No. Therefore, she needs to adjust her budget to live comfortably instead of living paycheck to paycheck. However, what did she remember to do before anything else? PYF, pay yourself first. Remember, it is important to set a time frame. There's monthly, weekly, or yearly as well. Now, the next thing we do is one of the most important, budgeting for the inevitable. What does it mean to budget for the inevitable? It means that you create a plan for the unexpected so that your needs, wants, goals, and budget don't suffer. The first step of this plan is to start an emergency fund. Start by saving at least $1,000 for a rainy day. Next, after you begin working, consider how much money you need to survive for 6 to 12 months if you lost your job, and build a savings plan from there. Lastly, consider all of the expenses you have. You could do this by checking how you spend your money with your online bank. Now that you've learned how to budget like a millionaire, do you think that you can change your budget? Yes. In fact, you should change your budget because your budget changes with you. Lastly, when it comes to your budget, remember your goals, needs, and wants as you continue to grow into your millionaire lifestyle.